Here we go. Game's going live in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go. Spawning up here in server room is CiB and the Marines. Starting off quickly with a, looks like 2-2-1 split with a base builder. Nope, Checkpunk Deathman gets out to build that. The aliens, Vexx spawning down here, goes 4 to hub. Wait, 4 to hub? I missed somebody. Well, watch this engagement, then we'll find the person I'm missing. Vaticide poking his head out, seeing 4 Marines and thinks, nope, I am not going in there. But Hat's like, yeah, I'm going in there. Oh, that was a bad idea. That was a bad idea. Ouch. Ouch, 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 ouch. Bacon could be coming up against Shades and Vaticide right now. Oh, that was an excellent job. One Skulk went around the backside to hit. The other Skulk went straight in, flanking that Marine. Excellent job by Shades and Vaticide. Over a 3 Marine push down into... Nope, they're not going down into the main base. They're going over here. Hello, Azilla. We are currently in this game. The Marines are now... CiB's pushing and trying to take out the logistics res node. Are you currently watching this game?
I'm still trying to get in the server, so I'll let you know when that happens.
Okay, let me know when you're in and can comment. So, the aliens clean that up very nicely, and they've kept now the Marines still on 3 RTs because of that nice kill by on Baconlicious earlier in the game. Here we go, another big engagement here. Rax and Striker. Works down Vaticide, but he reloads. Hat takes advantage. And they clean them up. Excellent job by Vaticide and Hat. Flamingo up here. He knows they're putting it up. He's hiding. Bacon's like, I think something's there. Nope, I'm gonna build. Flamingo's going. Oh! Bacon takes out Flamingo. SARS was just a little too slow. He should have stopped walking when his friend was fighting. But instead... Bacon gets him too. Nice job by Baconlicious, cleaning up one after another. Hat taking out Rax in the middle, keeping that whole map control there. There's the CiB presence is actually very little, only being on the top half of the map. Everything else is alien turf right now. For some reason, they haven't dropped observation. Maybe they're not confident in holding it. Maybe they just want to play a little bit more conservatively because CiB was really aggressive in the previous game. Now that observation node goes down. 3 CiB Marines pushing down. Shades coming in alone. Don't do it, Shades. Okay, good. Shades falls back. Shades goes for it again. Shades just keeping an eye on them. 3 Marines go into logistics. They've got 2 Skulks now and 3 Hydras keeping those Marines back. SARS goes in first. It's worn down. No. It's supposed to go in together. Barbados is here spitting. Shades with a good kill and cleans up the second one. Barbados gets in the face of Techpunk at the end there, of Rax at the end there, to prevent him from shooting Shades. That's the job of a Gorge there. Carapace Gorge, way more hit points than you would think. Jumps in your face, prevents you from killing the Skulks, and the Skulks eat you. It's a symbiotic relationship. Eat and let others eat relationship. Eat and take bullets to the face, and then you don't get eaten. Oh, SARS hits a mine. Rax is like, oh. Finishes off SARS. Hat is going in. Nice Parasite double bite. If only he didn't miss that second bite, he would have got the kill on Naughty Boy. Cleaning up Baconlicious, hitting Warehouse. These 2 Marines, instead of pushing down into their RT, now fall back to hit Warehouse. Sometimes offense is the best defense. Shades is now prepared. Let's see if Rax pops around the corner. Sees Shades. Pulls out his... Nice kill on Shades. Run, Skulk. Oh, Flamingo gets sniped by Rex. Excellent pistol work. Sarge taking out Bacon. So right now, oh, nice engagement. I didn't spot the beginning of that, but all I saw was the Gorge in there with the Skulk and Lurk taking out those Marines. Due to the hit points of the res node, they must have waited for the Marines to engage and then hit them. So right now, the Marines are a little bit behind. They don't have any tech lab upgrades. And they're on equal res nodes, which means if that second hive drops, they're going to have fades up before they know it. CiB holding back that aside. And getting the phase gate over here in ore processing. That means if their hive that Vexx chooses is repair room, CiB can put pressure on it very easily. The constant scanning to make sure Naughty Boy knows if he's about to get hit. Nice finish off there on that Skulk. Oh! Rax almost gets Hat! Oh, Hat gets away, barely. Nice kill on that res node, trying to keep the... Yep, there's the hive. The hive is dropped in repair room. The aliens knew about this phase gate, but now the Marines are like, we're going to arc it. Let's just do it. So when those arcs come up...
I am in game. If you'd like me to join, I'm all ready and set to go.
Sounds good, Ozilla. So what do you think's going to happen here? The CiB team is lacking upgrades, but they're setting up an arc lab 2 feet from where they need to arc.
Well, I think it's really classic CiB play. They, I feel, are divergent from most of the players who who are successful NS2 players, in that they weren't an NS1 clan, and you don't see them playing a lot of standard play. But it really hurts to try to push in like this with no upgrades. And as we see, it's just one group of Marines getting wiped after another. As long as they don't lose shotguns in there, it's not too bad, but they should really wait for those siege cannons to come out if they're committing to that, and try to keep the alien res low. So maybe we'll see that from Tech and Balanicious over here.
I have to agree with that as well. It didn't make sense to me to push where you plan on arcing. They could have had that 3-man push over in repair room to pull back the aliens at the same time to try to make this arc push work a little better. But now we've got 2 arcs out. They're putting up an armory wall, but the aliens know everything about it because of that drifter.
So that
2 Skulks.
Still not up yet, so this could be effective. I mean, you really want to have your bile bomb going before they have siege cannons. So that early arc commitment might be good as long as they get that second arc up.
But the phase gate's currently at 40%, and Shades almost Striker is down. There's 2 Skulks here. They could get this phase gate. It's at 25, 20, 14, 10. The Lurk is biting it. Oh, and phase gate goes down. And now they are arcing the hive, but that hive is going to live through those aliens cleaning up these arcs.
And poor Deathman is just holding his head like, I did everything right. Why couldn't I hold the phase gate? But
that's a lot of med packs strewn on that ground too.
Yeah, it's just a bit of a miscommunication. I mean, they finally did what I was saying, which turned out to be hard for them. Made them a little weak on the phase gate side, but they did have 2 people coming down into sub-axis. They took out that observation res node, and now they took out the shell. So they did some economic damage, and that hive has just barely been up. So if they can reestablish that phase gate, they haven't lost the proto lab. So they might be in a good position.
Yep, the arc lab is still up. They can remake arcs at any point. In fact, that's what they're doing right now. It's rumbling and bumbling. It's about to pop out an arc at some point.
And the phase gate's up, so if they can hold it, this might have been a win.
Oh, but here they go. The aliens clean them out. Nope, 2 Marines phase through. Medpacks everywhere. Vaticide trying to get a kill. Naughty Boy, excellent dodging skills there. And this arc push is still on the way. The hive is done. Bile bomb almost complete. Once that's up,
and this is actually pretty clever to just put up just the shell of that armory. Maybe it'll stop a few bile bombs, give you your arc a second to hit the hive. I don't know if that's their intention, but it's not a bad idea.
Yeah, it's a very excellent placement. Also will stop ground fade movement. It would require a double jump. So if fades get up with that hive, that could give the Marines... And now a 5 Marine push with the arcs. Barbados and SARS get a nice kill, but now Barbados is running in.
Just at the wrong time.
Wrong time. The fade's up. Shades trying to get a kill, but gets shotgun blasted by Tech Punk. Shades gets out of there. Back in. Kills Tech Punk. Naughty Boy and Striker, but Rax is reinforcing. Huge push. If only they had that Gorge Bile Bomb, they could be doing some serious damage to that arc. Actually, only one arc, so they don't really need Bile Bomb at this point.
Yeah, I was about to say that they're an if-only situation on both sides. If only there was another arc. If only there was a Gorge with Bile Bomb. And we gotta just... Barbados was just a little overzealous. He saw his Skulks die, and he just ran with his Gorge into 4 Marines. I just wish he had waited for that fade, which was seconds away from being up. Look at this.
Barbados is
trying to redeem himself.
Oh, he's a little low, but he's trying to get that command chair. Is he going to play Ring Around the Rosie with Bacon? Oh, but Bacon chose him to be the one to... I don't remember how Ring Around the Rosie works, but something about a loser in that game.
God, they really just need to keep Vaticide up.
Oh, they lose their Gorge again.
I'd love to see that vent being utilized, getting behind the Marine pressure. The line of conflict is right above those arcs, and if they can't push through that tiny skinny hallway, a Gorge through that hallway, you have to come around and circumvent that wall of Marine.
However, to note, the Marines are still at 0-1. Their shotguns aren't doing the most damage, which is a saving grace, but now both their Gorges are heal spraying the hive rather than pushing in.
They've done a really smart thing. They've positioned the Crags on the outside edge, so they're only getting hit by the echo of the arcs. They're not actually getting hit directly, which will allow them to have that extra healing power that they absolutely need at this point. Unfortunately, those Gorges are just stuck on the wrong side of this armory right here, and they can't... Oh! Look at the base! Flamingo with a killer play here!
Oh, nice. Flamingo forces the commander out of the chair. They get the observatory. That's gonna mean no scans. That's gonna mean no arc pressure until they can rebuild that observatory.
And that's a really good point. I was about to tisk him for not going for the arms lab, which has slightly less HP and has a crucial moment. There's crucial swinging ability. But look, now these Gorges are on the arcs. This is a big moment for Vexx.
Now that they don't need to be healing, they're able to kill. Oh, one arc goes down. The other arc's getting repaired by that Mac stays up. Incredibly, both Gorges look like they died. And during that time, Baconlicious was able to put up a face gate and elevator transfer. That's going to force the aliens to split pressure.
I mean, he might make me eat my words right now, but I wish Shades was with the core group right now instead of on the face gate. He really needed to help that Gorge. I mean, that's really what has to happen. The Gorge has to continue to bile bomb those arcs, and he's in the hive. He's jumping in and out of the hive, so he's there. They just need somebody to give him some survivability to take the bullets, and so he can get the bile bombs out.
Yep, no, the third arc has been made again. Barbados is in there, but he's going to go down instantly.
Yep.
Not even a single arc is going to die.
And the problem is, if that fade was there, they would have been able to maybe survive enough for a couple more bile bombs, get an arc. But I think what they must be thinking is maybe we can.
Oh, Shades is going to go down. Oh, Shades goes down. Striker finishes him off. Excellent shooting there. The Marines were forcing the aliens to come into them in this tight little space. That's not the best place for a fade to be.
There's elevator, finally. And they just got the scan. Wow, that's such a hard position to be put in. At least they've got this wonderful situation where you can put the crags behind the wall and you can heal through the wall. Some teams still don't do this, but if I can afford it, especially if I'm in shipping and they're in warehouse, excuse me, it is shipping in this map, I always want to use the elevator hive because of this unique ability of being able to heal through the wall and Marines can't snipe you from outside.
Correct, and the arcs point, which is over here in the front of hub, is a little more susceptible because the aliens can come from mezzanine if you don't hold it. They can come from hub if you don't hold it. They can come from this vent. It's more attack angles. However, they're putting the phase gate up in hub right now. They'll show you exactly what we were talking about with that arc angle.
Yeah. And the thing with that I feel about that they just made a little bit of a mistake. And Superstar's trying to pull them back, but they spent all this time killing the power. And you're not going to get a phase gate in elevator with the hive. Not unless you're really lucky and you got a lot of pressure, you're probably going to kill the hive anyways. So instead of setting up in hub, which you knew they were going to from the phase gate, the only phase gate in ore processing, they said, we want to kill power. And it doesn't do anything for them. So I really wish I saw that entire 5-man Skulk team sitting in hub waiting for the drop.
Meanwhile, a 4-man push into repair room or elevator transfer. 3 get cleaned up pretty quickly. Another one reinforces. The aliens have actually taken minimal losses and able to push the Marines back. However, they don't need to do damage. They just need to stay alive and keep this hive getting arced. 3 arcs will kill a hive with crags. You see, one more shot will most likely take it out.
And these crags, I don't even believe are being powered. You can have an active heal on the crags that costs 2 res, and if you have all 3 of them active healing, it costs a lot of money, but you got 50 res and no map control. You really should be pumping those arcs. I mean, those crags, excuse me.
Yep, the crags are going down now. The aliens are now in a very bad position. They do have Carapace and their 1 fade still, but the Marines are just getting upgrade after upgrade, taking advantage of the map control.
And you do see a spur in shipping, but I don't think they got any upgrades on it yet. So that's
no, they have not, regrettably. If you get an upgrade before the hive finishes, or before the hive gets destroyed, oh, Super SARS barely gets away with no health. Like, I think if they blew on Super SARS, he would die.
That aside, oh, on Deathman, man, I really think I gotta disagree with Deathman. I like him as a comm, lots of risky play, lots of inventive play, but man, every time he gets out of that comm chair, my breath goes out as a commander because you're just leaving your base open. You can't beacon, you can't drop another CC. Let's say miraculously they pushed you out of your base, you could drop a CC in warehouse or something like that. So I don't know.
Looks like on the only observatory. Yeah, it was fine. Deathman did get out at the same time that Tech Punk was there, so it was a 2-on-1 that Sculpt did an amazing job cleaning him up. So it was not as dangerous a play as some commanders will do. But the Marines barely hold on to this hub phase gate. With that, their map presence in the middle of the map is astounding. Where are the aliens going to go? Are they going to go elevator transfer? Oh, we arc it. Oh, are they going to go repair room? Oh, we arc it. This is going to be a very tough fight for Vexx. My team names are backwards. It'll be a very tough fight for Vexx for them to come out ahead.
I think this is exactly what what Vexx should be doing, though. They found that naked phase gate. If they can get it, actually, repair room is hard to arc from. You have to have ore to arc from arc repair room. Otherwise, you have to drive the arcs into the room, which is never an easy situation. So there might be some longevity in this round yet. Depends how effective these arcs can be in South Tunnel. You can arc the res tower and the hive from roughly where they are now.
So the arc... Sorry,
Please, go ahead.
Now, the arc lab did go down. There's going to be no more arcs. If they finish off these 3 arcs, there's not going to be any more arcs for a good 2 minutes.
So it all rests on whether CiB can get this phase gate up, in my opinion, because the Hive's down in Repair Room. I mean, they're gonna outpace them in terms of upgrades, but as long as you got 2 Hives and a couple of res towers, aliens are in the game. So big mistake, in my opinion, having 2 Skulks focusing on the warehouse res tower. They need to be all down there trying to kill those arcs. And if they just had more
4 life forms though running around right in the server room, sorry for interrupting. They could do some serious damage unless all of the Marines face back. However, they do have that phase gate.
Command station under attack.
Yeah.
Oh, mine hit. Vadisai goes down to a mine.
That has
Super SARS
right
can play.
Pride.
Oh, the brief reprise. The Gorgeous couldn't even take advantage of that with Bile Bomb because they don't have it anymore. They need this Hive to finish. And one more shot and this Hive is gone.
Oh, it was a good effort, and I like the way that Barbados and Vexx thinks, but they spent too much effort at crucial moments trying to pull the Marines back, either with attacking res towers or attacking their base. And a couple of times it really worked out, but they weren't gonna pull them back there. All it took was one more volley, and your only available Hive, the only Hive that is up, goes right down. So
correct. I think that game was pretty even until that arc push. If the Vexx could have held that arc push off, it would have been a pretty solid game. But because that arc push failed so hard, it's a little difficult. So the final scores are 2-2. It's a tie game between CiB and Vexx. Excellent games.
So I don't know what your format normally is. Would you want to try to pull any of these guys into a chat, or are we done for the night?
I have not done any post-game interviews at all, but sure, go ahead and try to find someone to interview. I'm going to fix your name so you don't look like XTC.
I think at this point everybody is going to sleep. Or the amount of effort it takes to play a full four games back and forth like that is actually pretty surprising. Whenever I play natural selection, I desperately want to flee back to Dota 2 so I don't have to think. But it is one of those games that's just exhausting to play at a high level.
That is true. It takes a lot of team coordination, a lot of map awareness, and a lot of pizzazz.
And a little bit of patience, too. I mean, there's this part of you that wants to just scream at your team if you're the commander, or vice versa. And, oh boy, it can get a little bit